Oh, it's going so well. Yep, that's how you glue it to your fingers, guys. Don't do that. Ah!
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh no!
Ooh, that was almost terrible. I'm on the shores of Lake Mead here on vacation, and I was just looking around, and I think I am going to try and take home a couple pieces of this wood, see if I can't make a lure out of it. I won't be able to fish it in Lake Mead, but see what I can fashion out of this stuff and see what I can catch. Hey, regular viewers, we are back. Thank you so much for all the support, all the comments, all the likes, all the subscribes. I think we are within 10 subscribers of 800, which means, you know, like we're getting close to like 1,000, which is like legitimacy or something like that. I don't know, but we'll see when we get there, I guess. But anyway, I appreciate all of it. We've had a blast again. So my family and I just got back from a vacation. Yeah, we went to a couple different places, but one of them was Lake Mead, where I found these beauties right here. Voila. What do you think? You see what I'm seeing already? Huh? Anyone? No, probably not. Anyway, like always, I was combing the shores of Lake Mead, tripping over Driftwood, as it were, and I said, well, boy howdy, I didn't say boy howdy, but I said, I bet I could make a lure out of this guy right here. So we're going to start with this guy right here, and my plan today is to get this perfectly flat so that I can cut it in twain, slap them together. I know these are not quite the same. This one's definitely wider than that one is, but this is the size we're looking for. But I do kind of want this meat on this side. It's just a little too thin this way for what I'm looking to do with it. If I had flattened it or planed it down on that side, there probably wouldn't be enough meat to do what I want to do. So anyway, we're going to cut it off, flip it over, glue it together, and then we can sand down our shape here. So this appears to be a grayish sort of wood. I don't exactly know what it is, but we will find out how it works. Yeah, we'll go from there and see what we get when we're done. So first thing we need to start with is the bench sander, which apparently is over that way, even though this doesn't mean anything. There's space right here, right? But it's going to be over that way. So we're here at the vise, but we don't need a vise today. We need the bench sander. So
Go Gadget bench sander.
yeah, good job. All right, good work. Now what is it?
A bench sander.
Now it is a bench sander.
Abracadabra.
Abracadabra? What did you say? Say that again.
Abracadabra.
Say that again.
Abracadabra.
Is that abracadabra?
Kind of.
You're a weirdo. All right. Thank you. Okay, so the reason we're over here again, we have our reasonably sized square. And if we put this guy on it, you can see, if I can get that right, yeah, it's not exactly flat. So what we're going to try to do is try to bring it along here and just kind of take the curse off of this less than flatness part, which apparently is right here and right here. Just bring it down so that when we glue these lures together, or these halves together to make this lure, it'll not have quite so much wrongness. I don't know what the word I was just looking for. Anyway, it'll be flatter and truer. There we go. That's good enough to be regular right there. Sorry, I guess it wasn't on camera. But no light under it. I think we made it. We'll stop while we're ahead. I'll actually quit while I'm ahead this time. Okay, so we've got it nice and flat across the bottom. So we're going to just cut it in half here. And it's okay that this isn't perfect, because we're going to use a lot more on the grinder over there, or the bench sander over there to shape this guy out. But pretty color here, huh? It's almost a reddish. Okay, dunzos. And like I said, I knew that these weren't going to fit exactly together, that we're going to have a bit of a deep belly on it because of that one right there. But we're going to take that off over there on the sander. So we're going to glue these guys up and let them dry for a little bit, and then get to sanding until we have a pretty decent shape. But see, we got a lot more fish to work with there, a lot more meat to work with. So let's get that glued up. All right, I'll let that dry for a minute. We'll be right back. So, I've had some time to dry. And at least I got junk all over it there from the clamp. So it's back over there to the bench sander, and let's get this shape cleaned up. Okay, so I think we finished the heavy sanding, so we got a nice shape. And you may be asking, what are you making here, regular guy? That's a great question. No, what I'm making is your old school glide bait. I guess it's not that old school, but we're gonna have a hook off the back, so I'll probably bring this down a little more here and have a hook hanger right about here. But I got to put some lead weights, lead holes in it right here and right here, because we just kind of want it to sink down just nice and straight, and then that way it's going to do the little glide under the water action there. So I just got to make some decisions about it, about where eyes are going to go in it, where our weight's going to go. I think here and here. Yep. And maybe I'll take a little more off of the tail right this area right here. So let's make some marks and think about it. Okay. Now, to the untrained eye, this may look like a lot of nonsense, and mostly it is. But I'm just trying to think about, if I take this off here, what's the angle I want? What do I want the actual end of the tail, the diameter to actually be? So I probably did a little too narrow at first. I probably want just a little bit of little less than what it currently is, actually, when I'm looking at it here. So it's probably the steepness, maybe the abruptness of this I want to take down just a little bit. Or maybe I should just do it from one side rather than the other. So I always like a higher to the front eye. So right about there for maybe the center of it. That doesn't look bad at all. Right there. I need to take a little of the chin off. Maybe I need a pencil that actually can write. Let's try this again. Regular pencil. I think that's better. We'll take off this piece right here. I'll start with that. And take a look, see where we're at. Okay, I think I like this shape a little bit better. Thought I wouldn't have to subject you to a lot more grinding. So I think it's time to drill some holes. So we're going to go over here to the drill press. Camera one, camera two, camera one, camera two. I think we got good eyes on it. The eyes have it. Let's try some lead holes now. Need one more? Not sure. I just want it to sink straight down, not really at an angle or anything like that. So I'm trying to put it in the most buoyant part there. We'll see. If we need to drill another one, we will. All right, now we need to put in our hook hangers, front and rear. So we're using our friend All. I forgot to say that. Everybody say hi, All. I didn't hear you, but I believe in my heart that you said it. Okay. Looks in the middle. Whammo slammo. Maybe we could even put one up top here, and maybe get it to do the thingamahoo's it there that I can't say. Okay, so some of my more astute viewers may have noticed there's a crack here, there's a crack there, and a bit of a crack there. But I'm not worried about it, so you don't have to be either. We're going to seal this bait with all sorts of fun stuff here, and it will be just fine. Don't you worry. Okay, just going to cut these down a little bit. Approximately that size-ish. Beauteous. All right. And I can use my new pliers from Kevin. Thank you, Kevin. That's going to work perfect. Look at that. Okay, let's get some glue on that guy. Try not to say dog. Trying to teach this old dog new tricks, I guess. We'll use the liquidy glue to get all over you. Hello. It's going to come out. Anyone? Hello, Bueller. Come on out, buddy. Don't be scared. Beautiful. I don't know what kind of wood this is, but it is super fun to work with. Makes me feel like I can do this. Hook hangers hung. Look at that. Super easy. Now, I want to clean this up with a little bit of sandpaper, which I thought I did have at the ready. Hey, once in a row. Is that off? I can't tell.
How does it look? Pretend I'm not there. I'm right here. Way over here. Does it look straight? I feel like it's sandstone. Is that what it is?
You think it's sandstone?
Sandstone.
It is not sandstone.
I saw a lot of sandstone.
We did see a lot of sandstone.
Out in the Grand Canyon.
Yep.
Regular editor, please. Cue a picture of the Grand Canyon.
Ta-da!
It's pretty.
Do you think they enjoyed that?
Yep,
All right.
I think so.
Now back to our regularly scheduled sanding, which I think, with that little visual break that you got to take there, I think we're going to be done with our sanding, and we're going to dip this in our polyurethane. All right. Okay, here we are. We've wiped our bait down pretty well, and I'm sure it could use some more, but I think it's good enough for now. Good enough to be regular, right?
Yes. It's time for another polyurethane-a-thon.
I hope this isn't going to be a whole polyurethane-a-thon. I think it's just going to be a couple dips, and then we'll be done. Do you have a song for the polyurethane-a-thon?
I did not know that. That's very interesting.
Apparently the youngest regular assistant says she has a song.
Oh.
Okay, we'll just hold it in there. Let the bubbles out. Let the bubbles out. Let the bubbles out. Is that the song? Let the bubbles out. Let the bubbles out.
Let the bubbles out. Let the bubbles out. Yeah,
That's
kind
the
of.
song? Okay.
I
Ooh.
don't, well,
What do you think of that, huh?
oh, give it a darker finish.
Fancy, huh?
Fancy, yep.
That's fancy right there.
Fancy schmancy. Right? What do you think of that?
Okay, let that drip for a minute.
All right.
Let that drip for a minute there, and then we'll be back with the finished project. I may dip it 2 or 3 more times, so we got to fill it with lead, and then get the weight right for clear coating and painting there. So, all right. What are we doing here, Spielberg?
Just trying to get some of the shots that you do.
The shots that I do. What
Yes.
kind of shots are those that I do?
You know, where you go around the lure.
Oh,
Like that.
man, look at you go! You're so artsy.
Oh, thank you.
Well, I guess this is as good a time as any to talk about the second lure, whilst the first one is drying over there. Let's get out this piece of wood and take a look, see at what we got. I think right about here we have ourselves a pretty nice glide bait or swim bait in there. So just basic-y fish shape here. How long of a fish is that? Does that even show up on camera? I don't even know if it does. So that's going to be approximately a 6-inch fish, not counting the mezzanine or the tail. Well, let's get cutting. So we're going to do this with the bench sander. Again, I'm going to try to get this just flat in here before I try to shape it, as long as I remember to do that, so that I can come in and cut in my keyhole for the tail. And then I'll try to do flat on the face here. And then we can cut in our lead holes. This is pretty flat as well in the belly before we get too far into the shaping of this fish. Right, but once again, we don't need a vise. We need a bench sander. So
Go, go, gadget bench sander. Works every time.
good job. Thank you so much for your help.
You're welcome.
Okay, I almost didn't stop sanding. I almost started shaping again, but I caught myself. So again, we got to drill in our keyhole here for the tail. I want to start cutting this slot here, and drill in my holes for the lead. And we'll also drill out the eye. And then we'll finish shaping this dog. That's right, I said it. Okay. Okay. I almost didn't stop sanding. You know, I almost just kept going like I normally do. But I definitely remembered. So I got to drill the hole here for the keyhole tail that I do. I got to start cutting these slots out on the sides for the joint, and drilling my holes for my lead hole. Drilling the well, no, I won't drill out that, but I will drill out the hole for the eye here. So, all right, and that time I did it on camera, once in a row, regular guy, once in a row. Okay, so we need our friend All.
Hi, all.
Hi, All. Thank you. It's so much better when you say it. All right, let's draw us
An X.
an X to
X
mark.
marks the spot.
That's right. Only if we draw a straight line, though, does it mark the spot. And I think that's going to be about the center for that keyhole tail right there. So good stuff. Okay. We will drill a lead hole here. We'll drill a lead hole here and
One
here
there.
and a hook hanger here. And I guess we'll put a hook hanger
Out there, out the back.
Yeah, why not?
Look, it's like a little porthole in a submarine.
Like a porthole in a submarine. All right, that's going to be the hole for the eye. Let's make sure that our eye is going to fit there. What if we all lived in a yellow submarine?
That would be weird.
That would be a Beatles song, and it'd be a copyright infringement, so we can't do that. Hopefully they have a good sense of humor, huh? I like it. That looks like a good place for a fish's eye. Okay. Okay, preliminary holes are drilled. Other holes are marked. And, oh, we didn't do this one right here. That's ugly. That's okay. The bass won't notice. Hopefully. With any kind of luck. Oh, I should have drilled it this way first, because now that's going to make a ugly mess there. Oh, I keep forgetting. At least it's not centered. All right, we got that going for us. Okay, we're going to try to draw in our lines to cut for our joint here. And then we'll see if we can't screw that up. I mean, cut that right. Now for my next trick, I won't ruin the bait. Looks like we're doing well without going too far. Okay. All right, so now some more shaping just to try to finish this up. We're going to bring the face in a little bit, and just the tail section, and maybe clean this. Well, obviously, yeah, we're going to clean these guys up. Bring the tail section down a little bit, and that's going to be pretty much it. I think we're going to quit when we're ahead. I think we've got it. Nice size, nice shape. Just got to clean up back here a little bit so we can get our keyhole slot tail in. Good to go. Before I get ahead of myself, though, I do want to put an eyelet right about there. Beautiful. Interesting color wood there for sure. Okay, this is the tail. I don't know if this is the tail I'm going to use for it, but look at that. It already fits. We just got to clean it up. But that is a size dowel that I use for my keyhole slots, so it already fits in there, nice and snug. Boy, that's really a thing. Oh, that tail on that lure. I don't think that's going to be the one on there, but I think we're ready to cut it. Man, I could clean up this mess here. I mean, who would notice, but I could. Okay, so let me think about this. Eyelets are done. That hole is done for the keyhole. The keyhole is done. Our lead holes are done. Our eyes are done. These slots are started. I think we're ready to cut it. And this is a cleaned up workbench here. It's got this stuff on it. Let me know in the comments if you think I need to redo this. The regular editor really wants it done. Doesn't bother me because it's a workbench. But what do I know? I just work here. Hot dog in pajamas. That looks pretty good, I might say. If I must say. That's not a bad cut at all. I almost forgot. I do need to sand this back a little bit so that when it's in here, it can get the swing of things a little better. So we will do that momentarily. Just kind of clean up in here. More sanding. Okay, so I found that this angle that the sandpaper goes down into here is pretty nice. So I bring this up and just till that line gets flat with this paper right here. I'm sure there's better ways to do this. There's a lot of people that know how to do this better and make them look better. But unfortunately, none of them are here today. So it's just me. Oh, it's going so well. I should have drilled those out beforehand. That's going to take some extra love and care. Don't do it. I need a smaller file than that. For sure. All right, so that looks pretty nice. We're going to take off the curse of that edge right there. Sand that face down a little nicer and smoother. Did you lose another tooth there, young lady?
Yes, sir.
How many teeth is that? Did you just say that? How many teeth is that you lost?
I don't remember. I don't know. Ever since I started losing teeth, I don't like.
You haven't kept count?
Yeah, I lost count.
You're not keeping score?
You want to see the painting I drew? I painted while you were like.
I saw that. You got a regular dog, some regular flowers, and the sun in the sky, clouds.
Can I show them?
Can you show them? We'll see. Hold on. Okay. I don't know if it's getting on camera there. But that's a dog. That's the dog's puppy. Flower, sun, clouds.
Fence.
Oh, and a fence. Great job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Show it.
Okay, it's hook hanger time, hinge making time, and clear coat time for this lure. That's where we're at with that. All right, with a little trial and error, I was able to get these to the right length. Yep, that's how you glue it to your fingers, guys. Don't do that.
And I love this sponsor, Daft Plaster Repairs. That's a lot better sponsor.
I don't think they sponsor us there, kiddo. We pay for that all on our lonesome.
I didn't pay that for that.
No, you didn't pay for that. You don't have a job.
Are we on the air? Like I told you on the other video.
Are we on the air?
Are we recording?
Yes, ma'am. I'm recording.
You're funny.
How am I funny?
More funny. My favorite one is you know what? My favorite short.
We're going to have to...
I'm thinking of the doggy one where she was all poofy and fluffy, and she went after this thing.
Okay, we're going to have to waller out these joints here because those ones do have to slide in and out for the next test part. Okay, we're on to polyurethane-a-thon part 2. Man, that came out dark. Look at that. Okay, there they is. Okay, regular viewers. Our lures have their seal coat on them. And they look pretty good. I'm thinking when it's time to paint these guys here, I'm going to be really light on the paint, I think, and use most of the natural color here. So, I don't know. It's kind of mulling over a sunfish pattern for this one here. I know that'll look kind of funky, but I was thinking just a little green on the back, maybe a little bit of stripage, and a little bit of orange down here, maybe a little bit of blue up in that, but then the rest of it natural. I don't know if that's too much with natural. This guy here, I was thinking maybe just a little bit of silver scale pattern right along the side, maybe. Just kind of like right there and just sort of leave the rest. I don't know. They also always want to do chartreuse and blue, but you know, we could go outside the you know, outside the norm for once, maybe, right? So we'll see though. But what we're trying to do today is we got to swim test these. So I've got the lead pot already heating up over there, and let's see if we can get these guys in. Looks like we can. Can we do it twice? Can lightning strike twice? Looks like those probably need to be wallered out just a little more. It's a little tight, as you can see, that it won't come out. I think that is gonna twist nicely here, or pivot nicely, I guess is what we're trying to say. We'll get our hardware for these guys. Okay, so here's the treble hooks I'm going to put on these just for the swim test or for the sink test. I'm just going to hang them on like this rather than mount them because they got to come off again. So I just set them up with the split rings on there so that we have all the weight that we're going to have in this lure or lures. These things are super sharp, turns out, which is kind of what you want in hooks. I don't know why I'm surprised, but I didn't even like straighten that out yet. That looks good. Okay, so that's ready. We're still just, again, waiting on the lead pot here. Okay, the lead pot is hot. Let's get started. Start with our glide bait here. And I just want to put a little bit, ooh, or fill it all the way. I always forget how fast that comes out. I do have safety gloves on, by the way. So much for a little bit, huh, regular guy? Oh well, can't win them all. There we go. That was a little bit. Good. Way to do a little bit on that one. Again, this is a well-ventilated area because you probably don't want to breathe in those chemicals right there. Okay, so here is our miniature aquatic lab. Put this guy in upside down. I can already feel he's going to float, but I think we're almost there with that guy. So that's pretty good. Just add a little bit more weight to him, which we still have room for because we didn't go bananas with the weight. This one I feel is probably not going to have enough. Yeah, it's already pulled up. Oh yeah, super buoyant, but at least it's lopsided. That's not too bad. Okay, so this one's probably going to have to get another hole drilled in it to add a little more weight to it. No worries, we have the technology. Okay, after a little bit of adjusting, adding, subtracting, that kind of thing, we got this very slow rise, but it's even. So I think once painted and clear coat added, we'll probably have neutrally buoyant or barely floating. So I prefer that to the sink. A lot of places I fish are really shallow, so just under the surface is usually good enough for me. But look at the colors on that. That's crazy. Don't mind the scarring where the lead took it off, but I think it's going to look nice. All right, number 2 in the test tank. So it's nose heavy, tail comes up just a skosh. So once this is clear coated, I think we're going to have the sink rate we want. Again, a suspending to rising situation is not terrible. I think because it's nose down like that, I think we're going to have the darting side to side glide bait action that I'm looking for here. So pretty cool. I'm pleased with that.
We're back, regular viewers. Is that rag doing anything?
That's doing anything, yes. Okay, so we have our lures have dried, and we are going to do some sanding and painting this morning. And also, we got this. Our neighbor just gave us this little guy right here.
He's cute.
Yeah, this is quite a mullet right here. It's got a hard head with a rattle in it, and a big old treble hook, and then a soft body. But it's starting to tear. So we'll maybe we'll repair this and see how this thing swims. This is quite a lure, though, for sure. But anyway, let's get on to the sanding there. You excited, young lady?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'll give you a piece of sandpaper.
That's like a rip.
Okay.
A ripple
So
of it.
what we're going to do with that is, so when we poured the lead, you can see it kind of got a little toasted here.
Mm-hmm.
So we just want to kind of clean that up a little bit like this.
I'll try that with this.
Yep, you do this one, I'll do this guy right here.
Okay, that one is complicated. Oh, and one more thing. Regulator, cue the music.
Okay, so we're going to fill these in now.
Wait up.
We need some super glue.
That's helping. I'm the one that's helping you.
Super glue.
Super glue and
Baking
super
soda,
glue.
just to level it off. I didn't want to have
How
to
many
paint the bottom,
super glues
but
do we have?
it looks so ugly. I definitely am going to have to cover that up. All right, now Operation Super Glue and Baking Soda. Let's start to fill these little voids here. Try something here to pretty this up a little bit. I grabbed some of the sawdust from the grinder that we used earlier. See if I can't kind of dye that area just a little bit. Okay, let's see if this works. We'll kind of flatten it out here. Try to super glue some of that in place, and then we'll have to sand it back, of course. See if any of it. See if this was an exercise in futility or not. Okay, so you get the gist. We're going to sand this until forever. I'll be back when it's all done. So just pretend you've got to watch me do this for another hour and a half. Sanded this until forever occurred, all the way down to 320, and had a little nastiness here with this, but wiped it down with some alcohol. Now let's throw a clear coat on it so we can paint it the rest of the way. Hopefully that'll make it look just a little nicer. All right, just a thin clear coat on it, and we'll let that dry. Okay, so learning from our last lure, I'm not going to try to put this sawdust down in here. The juice was not worth the squeeze, as one of my coworkers loves to say, and so we're just not going to do it. But I will start out with my, what do we got here? 120. Here we go. And sand until forever. Studio setup, a little white in the brush. I'm just gonna kind of go over the bottom. All right, that's good with the heat gun. Let it dry for a second. All right, I'm gonna use my French curve and attempt something foolish that I can never do, a gill pattern. I'm going to do a little bit of orange on the belly here. I'm going to try less is more, okay? Less is more as I put more paint on it. We're done. That's it. That's it. That's it. Minimalist. Right? Just like I showed you, don't move a muscle. We got one shot to screw this and get this right. Okay. A little too much maybe? I don't know. Make it work.
That looks good.
It looks good. He likes it, folks. Ah!
Oh no!
Okay, stop.
Okay.
Quit while
Oh,
we're ahead.
yes.
Sort of. Hold this.
Sort of.
Yeah, the gun got away from me.
Yeah.
I wanted
But
that
hey,
little.
looks like a sodafish.
I guess it looks like a sun. Oh!
Oh
Ooh, that was almost terrible. Oh, I used the wrong spot. Ah! Goodness me.
It doesn't matter. The bass
No.
won't notice.
We'll just call it done.
no!
Okay,
Bass
that's
won't
done.
notice.
Okay, now our little vicious sunfishes stripes. So Marlin Baked likes to make a big deal of the scale reveal, but here on Regular Guy Lures, we're going to do the mess reveal.
Mess review. Not a mess.
Oh, that's not bad. Not bad. Okay.
That's awesome.
I wouldn't say awesome, but it's something for sure. Second verse, same as the first. A little bit louder. Here, move hands.
Okay.
And put it back. And a lot bit worse. Okay. Now just a stripe down the back, hopefully.
With the same color?
Same color. It's a subtle paint job, but that's what I wanted.
And you kind of see that wood finish in there.
That's the whole point there, kiddo. Okay. So that is our subtle wooden sunfish. Done. We just got to put the eyes on it, because why?
Because they need to see.
So he can see where he's going. And because the eyes have it.
The eyes have it.
What do the eyes have?
No.
All right, I'm going to go with red eyes on my sunfish. Like he's spawning, as it were. A little bit of glue. A little bit of tweezers. There we go. Breathing life into your creation. If I was in a place that had the muskellunge, however you say musky properly, I think they would go after this. I have alligator gar here, and they will go after this, I'm sure, if you put it right in front of their little snoot. All right, I'm going to be starting with the back on this one, just because I have this color that I made for the sunfish, and I really like it. I think it'll look good on the back of this one, just gently. Oh, good. That actually came out gently. Not too bad. Okay, and then you just tear your clamp right off of that. Okay. All right, now let's clean out our airbrush and start from the bottom like we're supposed to. Okay, I'm going to try experiment. This is clear with holographic shift in it. Okay, we're gonna put a little red on his little chinny chin on this guy. Okay. Dunzos.
Dunzos.
That's
yes.
it.
That's
done.
it.
No more paint.
No more painting. Yep.
Okay.
We're done.
I wanted red,
I
and you
know.
said gold or silver, and I said red, and you said gold or silver, red. Is that enough secrets?
You advertise for our channel.
No, I want to advertise for other channels. You're fired.
I'm fired? I just got here.
You're fired.
Okay, there's our eyes. The eyes have it, and it looks good. We'll let this dry. I'm hoping once I put my clear coat over this, we'll see the gloss again. I don't know if the camera is picking up the silver shimmer on there or not, but when I took it outside, you can see it pretty well. So, but I think we achieved a minimalist paint job on there, nonetheless. Now it is clear coat time. And on these lures, I am choosing not to put any sparkle farkles in it. We'll just let it be as plain as it can be. I hope you think that one came out nice. I kind of like it. Just a little piece of driftwood, and now we've got a jerkbait here. I'll let this dry a little more before I put it. Okay, round two. I'm not going to live the lie and try to do both halves with the same puddle of goop. So we will do one and then the t'other. Fishy to you? Okay, round three, and that will be enough for me. Here's our jointed swim bait here, all ready to go.
On down we go.
Pretty much just hovering there. That is a slow sink rate. Touchdown.
Oh yeah, touchdown. Look at that.
That is pretty good. That is what we're looking for right there. Okay, let's swim it. Here's our second bait. This is the jerk bait style deal. With a glide kind of side to side thingy. I don't know what you call it. Anyway, sunfish pattern. There it is. Okay, we're back fresh from the pool. Yeah, so I was, happy with the rate that this sank, or slowly, very slowly sank. That was really good. Um, so it went through the water well. I was pleased with that. Very easy to make from that piece of driftwood, and I did like how the paint job came out. I don't know how well you can see that here. We got some darker blue scales on the top, that hologram flash all the way down the sides, and just white on the bottom to cover up my nasty lead holes there. But you can still see the wood through here. In the sunlight, you can see it better than you can, I think, in here. Um, can you see the wood at all through it, or does it just look like gray to you?
No, I don't think you can see the wood at all.
Okay. Well, this one you can definitely see the wood through it here. I was really pleased. I pushed myself with this paint job, and I think I was rewarded. I think it worked well. So we've got our sunfish pattern, bluegill, the orange belly, the little black, ear that they have. I've got my stripes down the side that kind of came out nice and evenly spaced, with a little bit of scaling in them. They're a greenish blue, and a greenish blue on top with a hint of purple underneath. So I like that you can see the imperfection in the wood here still, and the clear coat on this came out really nicely. When the pool test, I already smacked it in the side of the pool, so it already, ruined it for the photos before I got to take them. But all in all, the action on this wasn't exactly what I wanted, but it was erratic enough that I think it's a usable lure. I did put heavier hooks on these, and that helped this one. I think I'll go back to the lighter hook because this one came up very slowly, and I think I like that better than it's sinking. So I'll probably put the lighter hook back on there and kind of work it like a floating jerkbait thing. I think it'll excel there. So all in all, that was a fun time. Thank you so much again for all the support, the likes, subscribes, the comments. Our channel's growing still. We're almost to 800. With your support, we can get there. We can surpass it and blow past it, and reach our next goal. So thank you again. If you have any questions about this stuff or comments, concerns, leave them down there. And otherwise, thank you for watching, and you stay regular.
Forget.
Hey, what are you kids doing?